G'day there YouTubers, welcome back to my channel, Workshop Fun. Today I'd just like to show you a new to me tool that I've got and basically give you a bit of a rundown through it. So a couple of days ago I bought this second-hand air compressor and it's a lovely homemade job. Somebody built it out of a LPG tank and refrigerator GM pump and a 3 horsepower repulsion induction Metropolitan Vickers motor. Tell you what, it has to be the biggest repulsion induction motor I've ever seen myself, but I know there's lots of bigger ones over in America and all that, but here in New Zealand this thing's huge. And what I love about this thing is it's been well made. It's been beautifully made actually, and it's been made with a very solid LPG tank, and from what I can tell it's as good as gold. So all I've done with it so far is turned around and basically given it a spray down with some rust converter or rust remover, and then turned around after that and thinned down some fish oil with a bit of mineral terps and sprayed that all over it just to help preserve it, because obviously it'd been sitting in a shed for a while. Unfortunately I picked this up from a deceased estate, but from what I know the guy was pretty darn talented at making things. Bit of an unfortunate way of acquiring something, but at least his legacy in this air compressor will keep going. Anyway, let's give you an up-close tour of it. So, just coming around here. Okay, so this is the beautiful old GM compressor pump. Neat old thing. Once again, huge. I mean, that's my hand. That's just enough to cover the top of the 2 cylinders. And then you got your big pump. Yeah, so that's amazing. Then you come over here and you got this huge 3 horsepower single phase motor. I'm trying to show you. Yeah, that's my hand. That's massive. And then you got down here the 78 litre tank. So that's more than adequate for me. Now, oh, and the other thing is look at the time and effort he spent into even making the safety guard for the belts, you know, and really solid stuff. Like, this is probably 3mm thick steel, you know, it's solid. Everything is solid about this compressor, even the galvanized pipes for all your airways and everything. It's a bit better than these rubbish modern ones. So yeah, I looked at the tank and was pretty blown away. Like, using it as an air compressor, it's got a pretty lazy life. I mean, this tank used to be tested to 430 psi and its working pressure was deemed safe at 320, I think it was. But anyway, with this air compressor it's only running at 110, so yeah, pretty lazy life for it. And yeah, everything's working. You got the real old-fashioned regulator. You got the old-fashioned trip switch. There's a couple of wiring things that I need to fix and look at. I just want to put a couple of cable glands on this. This is the old transfer box, and I don't like this. I mean, It appears like the earth isn't hooked up on, or maybe it doesn't need the earth. That's for the switch. Yeah, so that's going into the cutoff switch. So that may only be just a positive and negative. Yeah, okay. But what I'd probably like to do then is run the appropriate cable through and turn around and basically just put some cable glands on the end of that too. It's got a cable gland down here, I noticed, so that's great. Yeah, so I'll fix that all up, make it a bit more electrically safe. At some point I will repaint this and make it nice. I mean, it's just one of those things that should definitely be done one day, but for now at least I know it's not going to get any worse with the rust. It's all been treated and, you know, then after that saturated in fish oil. So while it looks a mess at the moment, it certainly is intact and working good. So, you know, that's really the main thing. So I'll just give you guys a bit of a demo. I'll try and get it to blast off too, eh? So I'll just get the air out. I've just got my air line hooked up. So we'll let the air out. Nice old-fashioned choke. Gotta love that old-fashioned choke. Don't they sound nice? The new ones just do not sound like this. This is so quiet compared to a new one too. It just sounds like an old vintage car idling. There you go, done, topped up. Amazingly fast too. So yeah, really I can't complain. Now the other thing I got too, which I'll have to do a video about sometime when I'm using it, I got this lovely fly press. Here we go, I'll just zoom out a bit. There you go. So that's all working great. I've used it a couple of times now. It's a number 2 fly press, so it's a baby, but it can still put a pounding out. It's easy enough to bend some steel in it, that's for real. Very handy tool to have. I've already used it once or twice. Once again, it's another thing that I need to paint up and make look pretty one day, but for now it is functional and that's really nice. Like, it's nice just being able to use the tool. Sometimes I've purchased tools and had to restore them before I can use them, whereas these are just cosmetic. They only need a paint up. They're in good working order. Yeah, so this is definitely what I would call a Bitzer air compressor. It's got a British motor. The pump is actually British, even though it's GM. And then the good old fittings and LPG tank. So yeah, pretty darn cool. Okay then, thank you very much for watching. Bye.